Well, good evening. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it is stamping time. It's a lovely Friday evening, and this is my fabulous Friday Facebook Live. Fabulous because it is Friday. I have an exciting thing, some more exciting things to show you with the hot foil system that we have, and also a new the product of the month, of beautiful designer series paper, specialty paper no less. So let's get started. First off, the specialty paper is the Glow of Harvest, or Harvest Glow of Harvest, I think it is. And if I don't know, can you see the shimmer on it? It's kind of a frosted shimmer look to it. It is single-sided because it's a specialty paper. It's a little bit heavier than the others, and it has these beautiful harvest tones. Let me get the thing. Yes, Glow of Harvest, and the colors are Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Golden Glow, and Pecan Pie. And the Cajun Craze just pops out. So there's this design, and then there's this one with the oak leaves and yellow flowers. There's this subtle one that has acorns and oak leaves. This one, I'm not quite sure. Oh, these must be these are rose hips and bare branches. And this one is pumpkins. So there should be 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Without having a backside to it, went through that really quite quickly. So tonight, I am going to show you how to make this card. It is using the new Luxurious Leaves hot foil dies. And it doesn't have a stamp set to go with it, but it does have, where are they? It does have masks to color the leaves. So let me just get this dark cardstock here so you can see the masks. So there's this one, which is Tumbling Leaves. And one of the things that's nice about it is that there's a notch up here. So you can match yours up with the notch and know that you have lined it up correctly when you're lining up the one after another. So there's the Tumbling Leaves. You can use that just by itself. Here's one of the ones. Let me get the hot foil die so you can see. So this is the hot foil die, and it matches up. So if you lay the die that way, then you would lay this on top of the foiled thing to do your coloring. That's not a very good explanation. So this is number 4. Number 3 has this color to it. Number 2 and number 1. And I just have an idea. Let me show you how they work. So I'm going to get some cardstock. And a blending brush. So there's our cardstock, and I think I'll cut it down. Good. First I want to do this individual one. This one. It supposedly goes behind because it's numbered 5, and I guess you would put it behind all the others, but I like it just the way it is. And put some ink. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to use some, oh, that's Daffodil Delight. I want Hello, where's Golden Glow? Well, I don't know what happened to my Golden Glow stamp pad. Must be on my stamping table. So I'm going to make some of these leaves, and you just go like that. This is the Daffodil Delight, and it's a little bit bright. Let's see, I'll make one there. And one there. Okay, then we'll change to another color. Oh, good grief. This has been one of those days. Things are going crazy. I just got ink on my hand. I'm going to rub off the excess here because I am going to use the same blending brush. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Make some orange ones. Okay, and then I'm going to use Cajun Craze for the rest of them. Could use, put a red in there too, maybe. And if you really were worried about getting it too bold, you could tap it off like that. And I think I will get some red, put it in there. Because some of the leaves turn red. But I am going to get a different blending brush. Because, and I just see this has moved a little bit. It really doesn't matter because I'm not trying to layer things. And if my leaves aren't in the exact same location, it's okay, they're just falling. So there you have a beautiful thing of falling leaves. And I would put a greeting up here, put a little bit of sparkles in there, and you have a card front. Okay, now we'll do the actual leaves. So with this, I am going to make a mark . So that I put them in the same place each time. And I think I'm going to anchor down my card stock so that it doesn't shift. Because to center the leaves, okay, is that straight? Not quite. There, that's straight. And this is number 1, okay. So I'm going to center it the way I want it on my cardstock. Okay, so the actual center of that V is right there at the corner of my thing. So let's see, I'm going to start with yellow first, I think. I haven't used these stencils yet, so this is all an experiment for me too. We're learning together. And I'm not sure how this will turn out, but we'll see. Should have tapped that off. So you just use the blending brush. You could use a sponge. You would get a little bit different effect with a sponge than with the blending brush. Okay, so there's one. Set that one aside. Number 2. I'm going to use orange. Pumpkin pie. So this is the number 2. I'm going to put it so that the corner is lined up right like that. And you could use different colors here for the different leaves if you wanted, instead of having them all the same color. And you can see you can use these stencils without ever you can buy this individually. You wouldn't have to buy the whole hot foiling system. And you could still make beautiful leaves using these stencils. Okay, so there's number 2. Put this on here. Getting it lined up. And I think I'm going to use the color possibilities are just unlimited. I'm going to use Cajun Craze. You could also tape down your stencil. That's shifted slightly. There we go. Don't slide. Oh well. Dang it. I'm having troubles holding it in place now. Okay. Kind of looks speckled to me. Excuse me. I have a tickle on my throat. Okay, so let's see what happens if we put the red in there. We're just playing anyway. And this is number 4. I'll put that up there. You know, it would make more sense to put that over there. Aha, this is adding the stem to the leaf. And there you are. Not too bad. So that is those are the stencils that come with the bundle. You can buy them separately. You can buy the hot foil dies separately. Okay, close up. That's kind of fun to experiment with the colors. I'm not sure I like exactly all the things. I might leave out one of the stencils, but I do like the stems and the stuff like that. And I definitely like this stencil. Could run it through behind, I guess. Be something to try. Okay, so that was the stencil that comes in the bundle. And these are the hot foil leaves. There's just one hot foil die, and it has all 5 leaves on it. And then it has a variety of leaves to die cut. This die cuts out the whole hot foil thing. Right, which way does it go? Anyway, it cuts out the whole hot foil. Foiled leaves. And then we have the smaller leaves that, oh come on, it was sitting in there. Anyway, a variety of small leaves that you can cut out from die cutting. And they all have a little bit of an indentation, so they have definition to them. And that is one hot foil die that I'm going to use. The other one is for the greetings. This is classic greetings hot foil dies. They were so popular that they have been sold out, and lots of people are waiting for them to come back in to be restocked. It has happy birthday, get well, thank you, thinking of you, and celebrate. And it has the die cutting dies, and then it has a hot foil die for each of the greetings. And by now, you probably have seen a lot of people demonstrating the hot foil technique. If you aren't sure about it, give me a call. I'll be happy to send you a link to one of the, I think I've done one with the hot foiling. Most of the time I just do the hot foiling off screen and then share the end results. Okay, so this is the card we're going to make. The leaves have bronze foiling because the new colors that are coming out are absolutely stunning. We have currently we have pink. These are the old wood stamp boxes. Work perfectly for storing these. Pink and silver and gold. Now in the new catalog, we have bronze and red and green and this holographic. I don't remember what they call it, but it's holographic. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I haven't used this yet. Maybe I'm saving it for the best. I don't know. So anyway, we have a nice selection of foils. If you go online and look for hot foiling, you'll find all kinds of different companies. Not all kinds of different companies, but several different companies. The hot foil technique has been around for about 5 years. And there's several different ways to do it. One is laminating it. And those dies do not, those foils do not work with this system. Stampin' Up! Recommends that you don't use other companies' supplies because that they can't guarantee that they will work with the system, and so it would void any problems that you have. They wouldn't be able to help you with them. So they say just use what we have. Okay, so we got a card base. This is yeah. All of a sudden, my mind went blank. Okay, Cajun Craze, yes. Okay, on the inside, because it's a dark, and it's hard to see to write unless you use a gold pen or something. Sheet is 5 1/4 by 4. That's kind of the standard size of the next layer. Put that in here. I'm going to decorate this in a minute. Okay, and then we have the card front. And I have a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4 of one of the Glow of Harvest ones. I decided the one with the rose hips with the Cajun Craze color would be perfect. So we can put that on the card front. This is kind of my standard way of doing the card front. You could, if you wanted to fussy it up, you could distress the edges so it was kind of make it look really antique-y. But I generally just go with a card front like that. Okay, so now I have I've already foiled this, But I want you to see the reveal as we pull it off. Look how beautiful that is. And I got a little bit of overfoiling, just a little bit there, and a little tiny bit maybe in the leaves. No, that's about the only place. I found with my die cutting machine that I had to run it through fairly quickly, because if I went slow, like they suggest, for many of the designs, it puts this overfoiling. But you can remove it to a certain extent. By using a white eraser, or this one is an ink side, which is kind of sandy, and then the pencil eraser, which is white. And you just, on some cardstock, it comes off real easy, but you just rub it off. You can even use a craft knife to gently scratch it off. See, that takes it off pretty good. Okay, so we're going to die cut those. And so I'm going to get that die. And the die cutting machine is pretty big for the space we have, so I'll be right back. So it cuts them all out at one time. And we have 5 lovely, lovely leaves. And you can arrange them pretty much any way you want. I'm going to put one like that. I'm going to use seal to put it down. And I like that the die even cuts out a little bit of the space in between there for a little more detail. And then let's see, I think I use this one. Well, first I'm going to put this leaf on. I'm going to pop it up with Stampin' Dimensionals. Or a piece of Stampin' Dimensional. No sense wasting the edges. Like that. And then I'll stick this one in underneath with a little bit of Stampin' Seal. Like so. And then we need a greeting. And I wanted to thank you this time. And I was having troubles with the foil rolling, staying curled, particularly this bronze. So what I did was I put a little bit of snail seal underneath to hold it down outside of the area that I was going to actually be using. And originally I put it on upside down. You're supposed to put the shiny surface up. The shiny surface goes against the die. I had this thing upside down on the paper originally. But that held it in place. And then, this is another thing you can do. If you want to have a pretty edge border, just put a strip of seal down the edge. I'll show you. Get over here where you can see. So I have seal. I'll take that piece, that strap, and place it right down on top and burnish it well. And I did it wrong. No, I did not. And see, you have a beautiful stripe. So that you can use that for your scraps of the seal. I'm going to trim off a bit of this. Because that end was rather sticky. And my little die cutting machine. This is so convenient, the baby one. But I'm going to move it for a minute. This is the one I want. And get the die. Didn't even take it off after I put it on. I kind of messed it up a little bit. And there you have a beautiful, thank you. The die, the cutting die cuts it out with a perfect border around it. So we'll pop that up with Stampin' Dimensionals, and our card is almost finished. So we have a greeting, we have that, and then I'm going to put one of the extra leaves in the corner here on the inside, if I can get it picked up. There you have it. You don't really need to add any extra glitter or bling because you've got the foiled. And I love this copper foiling. I really, really love it. So a couple of other things that I got this time with the foiling system, for the foiling system, is this hot foil, this foil plate. It's just a rectangle. The back side has the item number and stuff. This is not the foiling side, this is. What you do is you put it on the system, and then you would lay your die down like that. I mean your foil, and you would put your cardstock on top of that, and the two spacers. Run it through the foil, heat this up, and follow the procedure, and then run it through your die cutting machine, and then you would have a reverse image like. Okay, where's my samples? I brought over some samples for you to see. He's sick. I had a happy birthday that was reverse. But it's gone. It went someplace. Oh, maybe it's under here. No? Oh, well, good ideas. Anyway, so that is one that I got. And then I got this beautiful Twinkling Tidings. This is a stamp. It bundles with a stamp set. The reverse hot foil die is standalone, but this is the stamp set. Has two-step Christmas tree, and it has a lovely background there. I wish it had a die for that, because that would be gorgeous. Unfortunately, you cannot heat these stamps up to make a die, to hot foil them. I think it would get too hot for the photopolymer. Anyway, so that's the stamp set. And then the die set has die cutting and this gorgeous hot foil die. And around the edges, I haven't perfected it yet. I'm still working with this one because I'm getting over foiling there. But it says, wishing you a beautiful Christmas. And then it has a Christmas tree in the center. And the arch goes all the way around. What I'm trying to do is to foil the red in the greeting and then gold on the tree, like candles and stuff like that, because it kind of looks like there's candles on that tree along with the gold beads. So I'm still working with that. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it. I could foil just the outside, cutting out the center part, or putting another piece of cardstock under the, I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out. But it's a gorgeous die. And then you have the die cutting pieces, so you can cut out an archway there. Two of the hot foil dies are, one of them says, from our family to yours. And then this one says, from, let's see, what does it say? From to? Oh, to and from, right. And then it has the cutting die for that. And this is a hot foil die that you can foil the base, a stand for the tree, which you would do after you do the whole tree. So I'm still working on how to best use this one, but I'm really pleased. I think it's wonderful. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it's stamping time. If you have any questions, you can email me, Sue at soggystamper.com. My blog is soggystamper.com, and in the upper right-hand corner is a Shop 24/7 button, which will take you to my online store, Creations by Sue.stampinup.net. But it's just easier to remember, soggystamper.com, upper right-hand corner. If you want to buy any of these products, the dies for this is already available, but the leaf die is going to be available for purchase 1st of September, and the tree die and several other wonderful ones. Oh, and the flat foil, the reverse hot foil die. So anyway, thanks so much. This will be up on the YouTube channel tonight or tomorrow morning, and I'll be back next Friday night with another episode of Fabulous Friday Facebook Live. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.